What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV, and in this video, I want to talk about last night's game between the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Los Angeles Lakers. The Thunder won by a final score of 107 to 100, and the Thunder and continue their improvement from the last couple of years, ever since the Kevin Durant Westbrook era, and the Lakers lose ground. All right, the Lakers at the time of LeBron James' groin injury were the fourth seed in the Western Conference, and with last night's loss, they now drop to eighth place in the Western Conference. The Spurs own the tiebreaker right now because they lead the season series 2-1. Only good news for Laker fans is that tonight the Spurs host the Raptors. Of course, this is Kawhi's return to San Antonio, and I just got a feeling that Kawhi's going to have a good game tonight. I'll just say that. But still, the Lakers are in trouble right now. Russell Westbrook continues to have shooting difficulties, and I'm starting to wonder if it's psychological with him. He was 3 of 20 from the field, and his shooting percentage drops to 41.6% on the year. Earlier this year, Russell was shooting around 49% or so from the field. Another reason why I think it's psychological is his free throw shooting. For his career, Russell has always been like a 80% career free throw shooter, and last year he dropped to 72%, I think it was, and this year he's in the low 60s. So I think it's something psychological with Russell Westbrook. Maybe it's all the constant media criticism of his shooting, and it's become subconscious to him that he's, lost confidence. Maybe it's like a physical, not physical, what I want to say. Well, physical, maybe he's developed a hitch or something. It's something there. It's something psychological. And I think it is there. And I think the media goes too far with some of their criticisms with some players because they're not consistent. You can criticize a player, but you got to be more consistent. You know what I'm saying? If you're hearing some noise, man, it's my family upstairs, man. They youngsters. We all remember that time, man, when we was teenagers, man, and we think Master P is the greatest fucking musical artist of all time. P. Diddy's a genius, and they in their generation, they think these guys are the greatest ever. But anyway, Russell Westbrook is something psychological, man. But he did have a triple-double. And this is the 115th triple-double of his career. And at the rate he's going, barring injury, I think he's going to pass Magic Johnson in triple-doubles sometime next season. I think this is his third. What is this? His 115th. Is this his... what number is this? Is this his 11th triple-double this season? I think it is. But anyway, Russell recently proclaimed himself the best rebounding, passing, and defensive point guard. And statistically, he has a case for all three. Although I think personally the best pure passing point guard in the NBA is Rajon Rondo. And, but statistically, he has a case. He leads the NBA in rebounding as far as point guards. Matter of fact, he's tied for 12th right now in all, total rebounding with almost 11 a game. And everybody else on the list is pretty much just centers and power forwards. He leads the NBA in assists. And he leads the NBA in steals. So statistically, he has a case, but I don't know if he's the best purely at each, in particular, assist and defense. Because steals are misleading. But Paul George, Laker fans show just kind of how classless they are. Now, I'm not talking about all Laker fans. I'm talking about just a lot of those guys in the arena. Why are you booing this guy, man? For what? Why are you booing Paul George? Because he didn't want to go play with LeBron. And this was, Paul George made his decision to go to the Oklahoma City Thunder beginning of last year. So what the fuck are you booing him for this year? The person you need to be booing is Lonzo Ball. That's who you guys need to be booing. But Paul George said that he expected that kind of reaction from Laker fans, and he dropped 37 points. Matter of fact, let me interject this right quick. Before the game last night, I'm not a Thunder fan, but I root for him. And I was saying to a friend of mine, I said, it'll be good if Paul George go like 30 to 40 points, Rondo get a triple-double, and Lonzo Ball play like ass. And that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened, man. But Paul George scored 37 points and 15 of 29 shooting. Didn't shoot well from beyond the arc, only 2 of 11, but still shot well overall. 15 of 29 is over 50% shooting. To go along with 4 rebounds, I think, look here, 4 steals, I think. And he continues the best season of his NBA career. I think he's averaging over 26 points a game. And Steven Adams was also big, 15 points and 10 rebounds. And for the season, Steven Adams was averaging 15 points, I believe. And he's shooting 6% from the floor. And I really wonder if Steven Adams should get more touches, man. I think he should get more touches. And he really should be averaging at least, to me, 17 to 18 points a game. And Russell maybe should even be averaging maybe like 18, 19 points a game. Russell is not a great shooter. Russell, to me, isn't necessarily a great pure scorer. I understand he did lead the NBA in scoring twice. But Russell is kind of inconsistent in that aspect. You know what I'm saying? He's inconsistent with shooting the basketball. And but he does have a pretty good mid-range game, man. But I just think Russell should just calm down shooting threes, man. He's only shooting 23% from beyond the arc, man. And I just don't understand why he still shoots them. Like, that's not your strength. And I know sometimes maybe like the competitive nature in him, the competitive nature that he has, he wants to prove that he can shoot these shots, but I mean, you gotta look at the numbers, man. Like I make this comparison all the time, but the last year Michael Jordan played with the Chicago Bulls, he could not shoot a 3-point shot to save his life. So he pretty much just started eschewing that shot unless he was wide open. He stopped shooting it. And he just pretty much just focused on his mid-range game. And it must have worked out pretty good because the Bulls won another title. So I don't know why Russell keeps shooting 3-pointers. Russell had 4 turnovers a night, not too bad. He had 10 assists, so that's better than 2-to-1 assist-turnover ratio. Now, for the Lakers, man, Kyle Kuzma, I believe, went out with an injury early on. I think it was his back. So, Lonzo Ball, man. Okay, like, why doesn't he get more criticism? I don't understand it, man. I do not get this, man. I don't understand. People gotta understand. You're the number 2 pick of the draft, man. You came in the league with all this hype. You came in the league with people, with sports writers, heading columns. Curry, is he better than Stephen Curry? LeVar Ball says he's better than LeBron James. You cannot coming to the NBA this heavily hyped and perform like this. And nobody's calling this shit out, man. 3 fucking points. It's too many fucking games this guy has had goose eggs, or 3 points, or 4 points, or 2 points in 35, 40 minutes played, and you can't fucking score in double figures. Then even with the garbage teams, even with the worst teams in the NBA, okay, the very worst teams in the NBA, and you can't even score consistently 15 to 20 points against the worst teams, there's something wrong. There's something wrong, man. And what's wrong is this guy's a fucking bum. And I agree with Ticket TV, man. I think this guy's a worse bust than even Kwame Brown, man. Kwame Brown wasn't this heavily hyped. People just make a lot of that pick because Michael Jordan picked him. But Kwame Brown was able to have a successful career when it pertains to his longevity, and and he was productive to an extent. When people saw his limitations, okay, Kwame is a guy that's going to give us 10 points and maybe 8 rebounds. Okay, that's not great, but that's something. But nobody ever said Kwame Brown is better than Moses Malone, or Kwame Brown is going to be the next Dikembe Mutombo, or Kwame Brown is going to be better than Dave Robinson. Nobody said that shit. So expectations were higher because of the pick that he was, but there's been a lot of busts. So nobody expected greatness from him. You hope for it, but you didn't expect it. People expected greatness for Lonzo Ball, and he's fucking doing a horrible job. He's a fucking bum, and he needs to go back to the G League. He needs to go to the G League or something, man, because he's not going to be an NBA starter, man. And with this guy as the point guard for Lakers, they're not going to go anywhere. Even when LeBron James come back, man, they're going to be limited because this guy at the point guard. They need to put Rondo as the starting point guard for their team for them to have any chance of causing some noise in the playoffs, because with this guy, they suck.